Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Vincent and Mark about With Love, dropping on December 17th on Amazon Prime Video. Thank you both for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Peter.
I love this series. Vincent, I mean, what an amazing cast you got to work with on this. What was it like working with this cast specifically?
Overwhelmingly awesome, joyful, and one of the best experiences of my life. I was on a high for 2 months in Valencia. Is that where we've shot it, Mark? Valencia?
Yeah.
Like it was a whirlwind. I mean, we started right off the bat, like 8 p.m. shoot on a Friday, and just like wrapped at 3 a.m. And then a week later, like we're wrapping at 5 a.m. and we're doing coffees at night and just having a ball, keeping each other, entertained, doing night shoots and stuff, and having a great time in the studio, like telling this story. I mean, it was a true joy. And it's exciting to know the audiences will soon just get to experience what that was like for us, but through our characters.
Absolutely. Now, Mark, I do have to say, romantic comedy, a lot of relationships and everything. This show is funny. Your character provides a lot of the laughs. Like, you are so good at this.
Thank you.
Is it pretty cool to kind of be, in that position where there's serious moments of the relationship, but it's funny, and your character provides a lot of those light, funny jokes?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, comedy is my first love. I mean, comedic acting is something that I feel comfortable doing, and it's what brings me a lot of joy. And so I was very, very pleased that Gloria and the writers really played to my strengths. It was a very, they were very generous with giving me a lot of jokes, and I felt, of course, a responsibility to deliver on those jokes. And I'm very pleased that you think that they're funny.
Vince, you agree with me, right?
Oh my God! No, you guys gotta understand something. Like Mark, there were so many moments off camera. Like, I hope there's a gag reel. Amazon, you listening? I hope there's a gag reel of season 1. There's so many. Like, Mark, do you remember when we were sitting at the counter and Desmond, Chiam's character, Nick, comes up and starts saying stuff about your sister, that you don't
they
want to hear?
Put some of that into the show. One of the things relating to the kind of comedy of the character is that Gloria and the writers were so generous in terms of also allowing me to kind of improvise and kind of riff in a lot of ways. And so that's something that I really enjoy doing, is kind of going a little bit, when it feels appropriate to kind of go off script a little bit and improvise when it feels right. And they really, really encouraged me to do that. And so that also, I think, lends itself to kind of the organic nature of kind of some of the jokes that ended up actually being put in the show. So.
Oh, absolutely. And before we wrap up quickly, very quick question for both of you. Vincent, we'll start with you. Takeaways. When they get to watch With Love, what are you hoping to get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think people are gonna feel touched. They're gonna feel that warm, fuzzy feeling. They're gonna have the holiday spirit. They're gonna feel connected, and they're gonna feel seen, and they're gonna feel represented, and they're also going to experience like culture, and they're gonna see points of view that they may be not used to seeing, but that are very real and very current. And I was saying this before, like after during a pandemic, like Gloria really actually wrote it as a result of the pandemic. She wanted something out there in the world that was very loving and filled with light, and she did that through the show, shining a light on the Latino community and framing these stories and these characters on various holidays. It's just such an interesting recipe for what I think is going to be a very positive, uplifting, real, and just oh man, it's gonna be a big wonderful experience.
Right, Mark?
It's a big
hug, right, Mark?
It's a big hug. Our show is a big hug.
Yeah, it's a big hug. But I mean, I think that on a in a similar level, it's like it's just a show about the multiplicity of human experience. And I think that is, that's kind of the beginning, middle, and end of it for me.
Absolutely. Vincent, Mark, thank you both for your time. Everyone's going to be able to see it December 17th with love on Amazon Prime Video. Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.